Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
And we're live. Would you like to introduce yourself?
What's up? Yeah, what's up? My name is Chris. I play drums in the band Body Snatcher.
So how did you guys get the name? Is it from the movie or?
No, the name is actually, when the band first started, they wanted to name it off based on a serial killer, and Ed Gein was already taken, and that band was awesome. But his nickname was the Body Snatchers, so that was where it came from.
So from the beginning to now, have you seen self-growth?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I've been in the band. Basically, everyone in the band has been part of the band for the last 4 years. But I helped produce the band's first full length album before I played drums for them. So seeing the band go from like their first EP to their first like as a producer.
The audio is cutting out.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was saying,
cut
like,
out a little bit.
I produced the first records, but since I've joined, after I produced those records, in the last 4 years, the band has grown like tenfold. It's been crazy.
So this is the hard question I'm going to ask you. What do you want to leave as your legacy?
Me personally, I want to leave a legacy of, bad things happen in your life, and you can turn those into good things, and basically find something that you love and work as hard as you possibly can. And if you actually do put that work in, you can succeed. I mean, I try to stay very motivated and very positive, and that's all I really want to get across to people is, keep hope in something that you actually love doing.
Who got you into playing drums?
Who got me into playing drums?
Yeah.
My brother. My brother was 3 years older than me, and he brought me to my first hardcore shows, and he started a band. And as soon as I started my freshman year in high school, his drummer quit, and he was like, "Hey, you got to learn how to play drums." And then 2002, 14 years old, I played my first show.
So do you have any advice for people that are going on tour, exactly what to bring with you?
Honestly, a lot of people, I feel like they overpack. Literally, all you got to do is bring a week's worth of clothes, a toothbrush, a blanket, and a pillow, and you're good to go. I used to bring backups on backups for everything, and it's just a waste. It's a waste of space.
Do you have any advice for anybody that's coming up now, like in the scene?
Yeah. Just, I mean, you got to learn how to read people. You know what I mean? Like if you're having a conversation with somebody and you can kind of tell that they don't really want to have a conversation, like kind of leave it be, but also learn how to alter your style of conversation so you can kind of be like, I don't know, just work on your human to human interaction. You know what I mean? And that's going to help you so much. Just be cool. You know what I mean? Not like cool. I don't know. It's just, you, after a while of dealing with people from all over the world, you can kind of sense like where you need to sit at in a conversation, whether it's first meeting somebody or knowing somebody for a long time, and just easing your way into human interaction in a good manner is something good to practice.
If you could pick your own bill, who would you want on it?
If we could build our own bill.
Yeah.
Damn. A Day to Remember, Hatebreed, Body Snatcher.
All right.
That would be crazy. That's I know it's a weird mixed bill, but I think that would be my personal, like, holy crap. You know what I mean?
What was the first CD you ever bought yourself?
Whoa. I remember the first cassette that I ever got was The Offspring's Americana.
Okay. Good album.
Yeah, I remember reading the lyrics off the cassette in my bed when I was a kid.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
I miss those days. So you're heading off to tour. Where's your first stop?
Tonight we're playing by ourselves, just like a routing show with some locals in South Carolina and Greenville, and then we have a day off tomorrow to drive to Baltimore, and then we meet up with Dying Fetus and Chelsea Grin, Frozen Soul, and Undeath on Friday in Baltimore.
That is an amazing lineup.
Yeah, I'm so stoked, and it's like, you know, being a band like ours, it's not very often that you get to be on like a mixed bill like that. But everyone in our band, like, we love all sides of the heavy music genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dying Fetus is one of all of our favorite bands. So just when we got the offer for that, we all shit our pants. Yeah, I don't know. It's sick. And Frozen Soul and Undeath are like two of the best upcoming death metal bands right now. It's so sick. So I don't know. It's really cool to be on like a mixed heavy bill, you know?
Is there any locals that you would want to put on your bill?
I mean, there's a band from Florida called Two Piece. It's just two brothers. It's a drummer and a guitar player, and they are so sick. And they're friends of ours. They're a band that I feel like needs more recognition for sure.
I actually heard of them.
Really? Yeah, they're cool.
What is your favorite song to play live and the one that you hate the most?
Well, the one I hate the most, we don't play, even though we get asked for it a lot.
Okay.
The one that I like playing the most right now would be Wired for Destruction, just because it's, I don't know, it's a new song, it's fun to play. It's whenever you get new songs that are fun to play and you actually get to play them, it's cool, you know. And then the song that I like playing the least is a song called Death of Me, and it's like kids ask for it all the time, but then every time we play it, they're just like breadsticks and they just stand there and don't move. You know what I mean? so it's like everybody wants to hear it, but then we play it and it's just like, it's not like a song that people move to. So then we just stopped playing it. We will definitely play it, but
So this is a question for some of the drummers. What sticks do you use?
I use Scorpion Percussion 16.5-inch 3As, so they're a little bit longer. And but yeah, I switched to Scorpion because I used to play Vic Firth, and a guy from Scorpion came to our show in Chicago like 3 years ago or something, and he asked me, like, you know, how long a pair of sticks normally lasts me, and I'm like, normally like a night, maybe 2 nights, you know, because I have die-cast hoops on my whole kit, and I hit my snare extremely hard, and well, he goes, here's a pair of sticks, try and break them, and I was like, try and break them, and he's like, yep, and I was like, easy, and those sticks lasted me 4 shows, and I was like, and I started calling him back, and I was like, all right, let's do this.
What is the most memorable thing on tour that's happened?
I would say the headline tour that we did right before COVID happened. It was like February, March of 2020. Um, we had just put out our album at the time, and we hadn't really done a headline tour in a long time, and we didn't know how the tour was going to do. We were expecting around like 150 200 people a night, and ended up selling out a bunch of those shows. And just like hearing the kids sing all the lyrics to songs that had only been out for a few weeks, just like every night, blew my mind. I remember every night, because I do vocals too, so I have a mic next to me, and every night I was just like, I can't believe this is happening right now. Like, I don't know, it was crazy. That whole tour was just like an eye-opening experience. We were like, holy crap, like something cool is happening right now.
Where's the favorite place that you played? Like, is there anything that every time you go there, what do you call it, is
Yeah,
heartwarming?
there's a lot of cities that give us that same feeling. Brooklyn is a big one. We love playing Brooklyn. Um, Chicago is always so awesome, and LA and Dallas and Orlando, Florida. All those cities are like, it's every time we play, it's not a bad show. It's so good. It's awesome.
Lucky 13, I believe. Is that what you're talking about in Brooklyn?
No, we play a little place called the Kingsland.
Okay, I know about that as well.
Love that venue. They let everyone be so violent, and it's so much fun.
All right, this is a hard question here. Okay, your 12 disciples. Who's at your table?
What is that? Just like 12 people I'd like to surround myself with, basically?
Yeah, they could be musicians. They could be cartoon characters. It doesn't matter.
Man, that's hard. Um, fuck. Say my brother.
Okay.
I'd say Scott Lee. I would say, fuck. Man, this is so hard. I'm like drawing complete blanks right now.
If you want, I can ask you another question. We can get back to that.
Yeah. Let's go on to another one. That is a hard question.
Oh,
That would take
okay.
me like 3 days to figure that out.
This one's another hard one, but it should be very simple. Best advice you were ever given?
Best advice I was ever given?
Yes.
Don't worry about what other people think. Do what makes you happy, and if nobody else likes it, they can suck it.
Okay. Fair enough. If you can give a message to your fans, what would that be?
I mean, try and live your life the best you can, and do your best to be a happy person. It's very easy to fall into depression nowadays, but there is a good side to everything. You can always find the good in bad scenarios. So just keep working and try and keep your head up.
If you could pick one song to send somebody to describe who you are, what would it be?
To describe who I am as a person.
Yeah. We all have that one song.
Yeah, but for me, my whole life, lyrics have never been something I ever paid attention to unless it was lyrics I wrote myself. So when somebody says like a line from a song, I normally I normally have no idea what song they're talking about. So I'm just gonna say a song that I wrote the lyrics to, and just say a song called "Value Through Suffering."
Okay. Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, yeah, I play guitar too.
If you could write a letter to yourself at age 15, what would it say?
Work harder. Don't be afraid to don't be afraid of missing out on opportunities that are like social opportunities, and really buckle down and work.
All right, so every episode I do this, you can flip it on me. You can ask me anything.
Okay. Um, what music do you actively like the most?
Well, I grew up in the 90s, so new metal to. I listen to everything, actually. I was listening to you guys earlier today. I was listening to Court Order, Intracult, Dying Oath. I mean, I'm everywhere.
Awesome. What was your first hardcore show? Your first one that you can remember. It doesn't have to be the actual first one.
That I can remember, because I've been to so many that was memorable. I'm going to have to say Court Order at, what do you call it, Meat Locker.
Damn, that's so sick.
And I'm trying to think who else was on that bill, but that was a very memorable night.
Oh yeah. Do you actively buy band merch, or do you collect older band merch that you used to see back in the day?
Um, I'm a CD guy, so if I'm at a show, if you have a CD, I get the hard copy.
Cool.
Um, I have a few band shirts here and there, but more professional attire these days.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying always
Very
suit
cool.
and not always suit and tie, but at least the polo and you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, cool. I don't know if I have any other questions really.
All right, if you're on a desert island, you can only have 5 CDs. What were you bringing?
A Day to Remember is Homesick,
Okay,
Cowboys from Hell, um, Very Breakdown, um, All Hail the Dead, Walls of Jericho,
okay,
and and uh, and Women and Children Die First, Remember Never.
okay. Good lineup there. So, how do you guys pick your playlist of what you're playing each night? Does it change or it depends on the crowd?
So basically, before every tour, we get a designated amount of time that we're allowed to play.
Okay,
So we make a set list and make sure that it is exactly that amount of time, so that we know every single night we're not going to go over our time limit. And then we build a set, and on the tour we will play that same set the same exact way every single night. But we build a different set list for every tour. Like this tour, we're playing a bunch of newer songs because we just released the album, and but if it's like a headline tour, we'll add in a bunch of older songs and stuff like that too.
so how do you pick which songs are going to be on the album? Is it a vote or is it through the label or is it how does that work?
So we produce 100% of all of our music, and I run the recording studio that we record at and everything. So it's all kind of in house. And me and my guitar player, will basically write a bunch of songs, you know what I mean? And then we all go through and we kind of nitpick at things and rework them. And then at the end of it, then we'll pick what songs we all feel we all like the best. And then we all write lyrics. And then we take everybody's lyrics that everyone's written and kind of go through them all and just see how a song feels and see if these lyrics feel good with this track and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's how we do it.
But with the writing process, is it stories you were told, or is it stuff you've been through?
All of our music is all personal experiences that we've all actually been through. Yeah, so we like to keep it very personal and like I don't know. I feel like when you write things that are very close to you, it makes it easier for a lot of people to relate to it because 9 times out of 10 people have went through a similar situation.
Was there a song that it was hard for you to release it?
I'm sure for our guitar player, some of the lyrics that he's written on the last album and this album actually. I know the last album, the song 1217 was very hard for him because that's a song from when he was young and his mother died of cancer. And like the last words of the song are the last words that she said to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you weren't playing music, what would you be doing with your life?
I mean, probably be, I guess a recording studio is still music. I'd probably be like a personal trainer or something like that. I'm
Okay.
really into that stuff.
You're really into that stuff?
The keys over there?
So you have
I
an
think DJ has the keys.
Is he over there?
I don't know where he's at. I'd
Okay,
call him.
I'll go find
Sorry.
No, you're
Go
good. All right, so you have an off show tonight. Where is that at?
We're in Greenville, South Carolina tonight at the Radio Room.
The Radio Room?
Yep.
What time do you go on?
I don't know what time we go on. We're supposed to be there at 4:00 for load in and sound check and stuff like that. And then actually my old guitar player, I was in a band called King Conquer, and my old guitar player from that band, his new band is playing tonight because he's from South Carolina.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So
awesome.
stoked to see some old friends tonight.
Then you're off to Baltimore, and then you said Texas, right?
We do Baltimore and then Virginia, down Georgia. No, then we had North Carolina, Georgia, and then all the Florida dates, and then over to Texas, and then we do work our way over the West Coast, and then Canada, northern states, and then up to the Northeast.
So that's a long run.
Yeah. I think it's like 35 shows.
Are you gonna do any vlogging while you're down there?
I'm not sure. I brought a GoPro with me. I keep saying that I'm going to, but I just haven't before. But I always
Like
bring a GoPro.
behind the scenes or anything?
Yeah. I would like to. I'm gonna try and get some footage on this tour just to do it like a recap afterwards.
That's pretty awesome. So your CD came out last Friday?
Yep, came out on the 22nd.
And where can we purchase it?
You can purchase it at bleed-abide.com, or I mean, literally any website that sells CDs for the most part, and you can stream it on any platform. Or you can go to the Monarch Heavy website, and it's on there as well.
All right, so at this time, just promote everything that you're working on or what you're going through.
Cool. Yeah, so we are about to start a tour that's almost every major city in the U.S. with Dying Fetus, Chelsea Grin, Frozen Soul, and Undeath. And so we will be on the road for the next 6 weeks, hitting Canada as well. Our new album, Bleed Abide, just came out this past week. So first week sales help us get bigger and better tours. If you can order a CD, stream the album helps a lot too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Any support is very, very much appreciated.
Is there any place on tour that you've never been to that you really want to go?
Australia and Japan.
Are you into anime?
I am not. My singer is though.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's also part Japanese.
Did
So
not know that.
he has family that lives in Japan.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's Japanese and Cuban.
So, last question. I know you said it earlier, but do you have anything you'd like to say to your fans?
I mean, I just same thing, man. Just find something that you really, really, really enjoy in your life and make that your occupation. You know what I mean? You don't want to be doing something that you hate your whole life because we only have one life. You don't want to spend your life hating what you're doing.
I know you're very busy. I'm going to thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me, dude.
Anytime, my door's always open.
Awesome.
Have a safe tour, and I will talk to you guys after you get back.
Awesome, dude. Thank you very much, man.
Have a great day, guys.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, what's up? My name is Chris. I play drums in the band Body Snatcher.
So, how did you guys get the name? Is it from the movie or?
No, the name is actually when the band first started. They wanted to name it off based on a serial killer, and Ed Gein was already taken, and that band was awesome. But his nickname was the Body Snatcher, so that was where it came from.
So from the beginning to now, have you seen self growth?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I've been in the band. Basically, everyone in the band has been part of the band for the last 4 years. But I've helped produce the band's first full length album before I played drums for them. So seeing the band go from like their first EP to their first like as a producer.
The audio is cutting out.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was saying,
Cut
like,
out a little bit.
I produced the first records, but since I've joined, after I produced those records, in the last 4 years, the band has grown like tenfold. It's been crazy.
So this is the hard question I'm going to ask you. What do you want to leave as your legacy?
Me personally, I want to leave a legacy of, bad things happen in your life, and you can turn those into good things, and basically find something that you love and work as hard as you possibly can. And if you actually do put that work in, you can succeed. I mean, I try to stay very motivated, very positive, and that's all I really want to get across to people is, keep hope in something that you actually love doing.